Hey, welcome everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to your home for chat tutorials, strategy, player profiles, history, news, and much, much more. You're joining our replay of the 1976 Yankee season. We are replaying, I believe it's game 30, not absolutely sure. Yanks record, well, actually I could look at their record and tell you they're 20-9. They're having a heck of a start here in 1976, and it's the Boston Red Sox at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Spaceman Bill Lee will be facing off against hometown favorite from Puerto Rico, Ed Figueroa. Ed Figueroa was 19-10 with a 3.02 ERA, while Bill Lee was 5-7 with a 5.63 ERA. So in 76, he missed time because of injury. And we're about to get started. It's going to be Rick Miller leading it off, the center fielder, followed by Denny Doyle, the second baseman. Fred Lynn in the third spot in the lineup at DH. Carlton Fisk, he's cleanup at catcher. Carl Yastrzemski at first base, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Jim Rice, the left fielder. Dwight Evans, the right fielder, batting seventh. Rico Petrocelli at third base. Batting eighth and batting ninth is Rick Burleson, the shortstop. Fred Lynn nursing an injury. That's why he's the DH tonight. And we're right about to get started. Just searching a little bit. Let's see. I'll be right with you. And let's get started. We're using Ballstat Ball Score to keep track of the Yankees season. And here's the pitch from Ed Figueroa to Rick Miller. Rick Miller bats lefty, batted .283 with 11 stolen bases. So that's going to be a 5-3. We're using inside pitch the way you play inside pitches. You read the red, then you read the white. So 5-3 is a fatigue single. He's not fatigued, so that's going to take us to the batter card. There's real amazing. I really love the interaction of the game of inside pitch. You have the triad of pitcher, batter, and then the ballpark card. Very, very cool. Philip Reynolds in the house. Welcome, Philip Reynolds. Always a pleasure to see Philip Reynolds in the house and join his boxing. He's doing boxing replays and so forth, and he's really excited about that, so that's always fun. It's always great to see guys excited about what they do. And so we're going to roll off Rick Miller's card, and that's going to be a 1-5, and that's going to be line base hit to left. And playing it in on a hop is the Yankee left fielder, Roy White. Mickey Rivers is back in the lineup after being absent for a while. So Rick Miller's on at first now. He is a 5 attempt And that's a 2. So he's going to get the lead, and he's going to go. He's a 10 stolen base, -1. So that's a 9. Got to roll a 9. And nope, it's not going to happen. So he's thrown out. One down. Next is Denny Doyle, batted .250 in 117 games. 6'3", that's a double star. We're looking at a 2, and that's a fly ball center field. Mickey Rivers is out there, makes the catch, 2 down. Fred Lynn next. That's 5-2. That's a potential strikeout of 7 against a righty. That's a 9. Yankee Stadium is -3, brings it down to a 6. So we're going to have to roll off Fred Lynn's card. 5-4, and that is base hit to left field. 2 hits off Figueroa in this inning. Fred Lynn will not be, 14 stolen bases for Fred Lynn. We roll a 7. He's a 3, so he won't get a lead. Carlton Fisk now. Fisk hit 17 home runs and close to 500 at-bats. 2-5, that's a potential strikeout. A 19 won't be a strikeout. So we're going to roll off Fisk's card. 3-6, and that's line center field. Base hit with 2 outs. Let's see if I can find the charts for this game, because I went from playing payoff pitch for like 3 days. Found them. Single center field. Let's get a little bit more light here so I can see what exactly is going on. Single center field is a first to third. You're looking at a -1, but it's add 1 for 2 outs. So that's and who's running? It is Fred Lynn, who's probably limping at a 3. Let's see what it says. He's a 3 and center field. I'm gonna have to check out Rivers. Rivers is a 0. So we're looking at the throw chart, and it's a 5. So he's going to make it safely. First and third. So that was Carlton Fisk lining it to center field with 2 outs. The Red Sox have runners on first and second. I don't know why Jim Rice isn't there. There he is. Just found Jim Rice. Took a second. He went back for another bat. Carl Yastrzemski. I don't know why I did that. It's Carl Yastrzemski. Wait a second. Okay. First and third, 2 outs. Pitch from Figueroa, 4-5. That's a K. 4. Strike 3. And Figueroa blows Yastrzemski away to retire the side and leave 2 stranded. So at the end of half inning of play, no score. All right. Mickey Rivers leading it off. He hasn't played in about a week. Bill Lee faces Mickey Rivers. Bill Lee, a lefty. Mickey Rivers batting .267 with 6 doubles, 2 triples, 1 home run. 1-4, and that's going to be against a lefty, a potential K. We roll a 1, strike 3, and Rivers goes down swinging. 1 out for the Yanks. That's a 4-3. And against a lefty, that's a potential home run. But Roy White's batting from the right side. It's a blank, so we're going to roll off White's card. 5-6, and that's line center field. Out there is Miller. Makes the catch. 1 out. Thurman Munson. 62, and that's a potential walk. Munson doesn't like to walk, but it's 4 -2, and we roll a 2, and ball 4 to Munson. So first and second. Chris Chambliss has been up and down this season. Was batting around 100, got his batting average to around 225, but it's dropped down in the last week. 1-5, and that's going to be a ballpark result. This is always exciting. This is part of the triad interaction. Love it. 5-3, and that's a blank, so that's going to be a rare play. Rare play with runners on base. And these rare plays are pretty conservative, which I like. So we're going to roll 2d6. It's 1-6, line of the third, who attempts to double up the closest base runner. You don't need that. So it's an L5 and side retired. All right, we go to top of the second, Jim Rice. 5-4, and that's a potential error on a grounder. 5-5, and that's a grounder first base. 14, that's way over Chambliss's error rating. So he's going to make the play. One down. Dwight Evans. Dwight Evans batted .242 with 17 home runs. 4-6, that's a blank, so we go over to Evans' card. 5-3, and that's a question mark 9. We roll an 18, and against a righty, that's going to be out of range, and running it down is the right fielder. Who's out there in right field? Otto Velez. 3 up. Oh, actually, 2 away. And it's Rico Petrocelli. Here's the pitch to Rico Petrocelli. That's blank, so we roll off Petrocelli's card. 5-1, that's a ground ball to shortstop, Fred Stanley. Fred Chicken Stanley throws him out. Side retired. Bill Lee to Lou Piniella. Bottom of the second, no score. 6-6, that's a potential home run. Potential home run to a righty is 1-13. We roll a 19. I'm going to roll on Pinella's card. It's a 3-2, and that's a ground ball to third base. Third baseman is Petrocelli. Throws out Piniella. Greg Nettles. 3-5, that's a home run. So we're going to look at the home run chart for Nettles. It's about time against a lefty. It's 1-17. We roll a 7. That's a deep drive right field. Back goes Evans to the wall, to the track. That's gone. 1-0 Yanks. Greg Nettles connects off a Bill Lee fastball. Stimulates the crowd, as you can see. Otto Velez. One nothing Yankees here in the bottom of the second, 1 out. 2-2. Against a lefty, that would be a single. Otherwise, it's blank. So we go to Velez's card. That's a 4-2. And that's lined to left field. And who's out there? Jim Rice runs it down for out number 2. Sandy Alomar, second baseman. Randolph is hurt. Hasn't played for a while. 1-2, or at least he's getting a rest today. Not too sure. And he's batting righty, so that's going to be blank. We're going to roll off Alomar. Alomar's batting .294, so 235. Excuse me, 1 double, no triples, no home runs. That's a 5-5. It's going to be a Starline 3, which is a ground ball shortstop. Burleson throws him out. That retires the side. 1-0 Yanks on the Nettles home run. Rick Burleson leading it off here in the top of the third. 4-4. And that's blank. We go to Rick Burleson, 3-4. And that's going to be a Starline 5, which is a ground ball to short. Chicken Stanley throws him out. Rick Miller. 3-1. That's a potential strikeout at 15. That won't do it. It's off Rick Miller's card. 6-1. That's a ground ball to Alomar. 2 out. Denny Doyle. 5-2. That's a potential strikeout at 10. That's above the range. So we're going to roll on Doyle's card. A 1-4 ground ball, second base. Alomar retires aside. Back-to-back groundouts to Alomar to end the inning. We go to bottom of the third. Fred Chicken Stanley, 2-6. Against a righty, that's a blank. So we're rolling off Stanley's card. 4-6, and that's line. Base hit to right. For Fred Chicken Stanley, he's on at first. Mickey Rivers next. 3-5, and that's a potential home run. So we're going to roll. It's an 8. We roll a 2. That's a deep drive to right field. Back goes Evans. To the track, to the wall. That's gone. 3-0 Yankees. A 2-run shot by Mick the Quick. Lets his return be known here with a line drive home run off of Bill Lee in the bottom of the third. Puts the Yankees up 3-0. Roy White next. That's a 2-2. And he's batting righty, so that's going to be a blank. And a 4-2 is popped up. First baseman. Carl Yastrzemski makes the catch, and that retires. Oh, nope. That's out number 1, excuse me, for out number 1. Thurman Munson now. 3-4, that's a potential walk at a 20. It won't make it. We're rolling off Munson's card, a 1-4, and that is a pop-up shallow left. 2 down. 6-1 is a blank. We're rolling off Chambliss. Chambliss lined out. 3-4, and that is a potential 8 question mark. We rolled a 2 against a lefty pitcher, and that's line base hit. Center field. So Chris Chambliss singles with 2 outs, and it's Lou Piniella. 4-1 is a blank. We roll off Pinella's card, a 4-1, and that is a ground ball second base, and that retires aside. But not before the Yanks pick up 2 more. They lead it 3-0 going to the top of the 4th. Ed Figueroa versus Fred Lynn. Game 1 of a 4-game set. 3-2, blank. So we look at Lynn's card. 6-1, and that's a star line 5, which is a ground ball. Chicken Stanley. Long throw. Oh, gets him by half a step. Carlton Fisk. 4-3, that's a potential walk at 10 versus a righty. We're looking at ball 4. So Fisk walks, shows he's patient and has got a good eye. Carl Yastrzemski. That's a 3-3, and that's a potential throwing error. Let's see what happens here. 6-2, and that's a potential throwing error by the shortstop. We roll a 20, so it won't be. Now we're looking for potential double play. That's 3 minus 1, that's 2. Infield's halfway, that's plus 1. There's no other pivots, so we're looking at a 3. We're looking at a 3. 3 or less for the double play. Let's see what happens with our green die, and we get it. 6-4-3, and the Yankees turn it, and that ends the inning. Stanley to Alomar, back to Chambliss, and the crowd appreciates it. We got bottom of the 4th, 3-0 Yanks. Ed Figueroa versus Bill Spaceman Lee. 1976. This game was played on, in case you're dying to know, this game was played on May 20th, 1976. So we're going back in time. What's going on in 1976? The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is at your local movie theater. Oh, no, that's not it. That's the wrong card. I'm sorry for the misinformation. The Outlaw Josie Wales. The Omen, Rocky, Taxi Driver, Network, All the President's Men, 1976. Super Bowl was Pittsburgh versus Dallas. Jimmy Carter was president. Big political extravaganza was Uganda's Entebbe raid. Palestinians fly some Israelis that they take hostage over to Uganda. And Uganda's president, Idi Amin, welcomes them. So then the special force, the Israeli special forces, pull off a midnight raid to rescue their compatriots. Greg Nettles against Bill Lee, bottom of the fourth. One, two, and that's my base hit up the middle. So Nettles is on at first. Otto Velez. Velez is having a good start of the season, batting .324. He's got 4 doubles, no triples, no homers. Here's the pitch to Velez. 6-1, that's a blank. We're looking off Velez, see what happens. That's a snake eyes. It's a ground ball to short. This could turn into a double play, and there's almost no doubt that it does because he's got a 6. So that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Two down. Payoff pitch. I'm sorry. Inside pitch. Great little game. 3-6. Bill Lee versus Sandy Alomar. Error on a grounder. Potential error on a grounder. See what happens. 4-2, and that's a single through the hole. Now he could get, and that's going to be an error on Alomar. It's going to allow him to go to second base. So the throw to first is wild. The official score is going to give him a single, and then he's going to basically give not Alomar, but let's look at Doyle, Denny Doyle, excuse me. Denny Doyle's a 6. We roll a 0-3, so that's an error on Denny Doyle. And what did we say it was? Did I say it was potential throwing error or just an error? I can't remember anymore. I believe it was just an error. So anyway, it's going to be a single and an error. 2 outs. Single and an error. Second on error and an error on the second baseman. So 2 outs and Sandy Alomar is at second base. Fred Stanley. 3-6. Error grounder. Potential error on a grounder. 3-5. That's going to be a grounder third base. We roll a 20. So Nettles picks it up, fires to first, gets his man, and that retires the side. Jim Rice, Ed Figueroa, top of the fifth. 3-0 Yanks. 4-3. That's a potential walk, ball 4. Jim Rice manages a base on balls. Next is Dwight Evans, 1-4. That's a strikeout of 13 versus a righty. Won't make it. We roll off Evans' card. That's a 6-3, and that's a ground ball first base. We're looking for a double play. He's a 2. -1 is a 1 + 2. We roll a 5. And running is Jim Rice. And that's going to be a fielder's choice. 3-6. 3-6, fielder's choice. And Dwight Evans is on at first now with 1 out. Rico Petrocelli, he ground out in his last at bat. It's a 3-5, and that's going to be a blank. A 2-5, and versus a right-handed pitcher, that's a single through second base. And I believe this is going to allow Dwight Evans to make it to third. First to third on an S4 is going to be a 3 or better. What is Dwight Evans? He is a 2. Holy smokes. Doesn't make it, so he stops at second base. First and second, 1 out. And it's Rick Burleson. Pitch to Burleson, 1-5. And against a righty, that's a potential walk of 15. Against a righty, won't do it. We're going to roll off Burleson's card. It's a 3-1. That's a ground ball second base. This could be a double play. We roll a 3. Rick Burleson's a 3. -1's a 2, but halfway. So I believe I said it was second base. It is 4-6-3 double play. Yanks are out of the inning. So Yanks turn it again to get out of trouble. Yanks defense is really making a difference in this game. Even though we're missing an extra pivot point by not having Randolph in the lineup at second base. Mickey Rivers is leading it off. He hit a home run. He's got 2 home runs on the season. Here's the pitch to Mick the Quick from Bill Lee. 5-1, that's a potential error. That's a 1-5, and that's a potential error right field. A 6. Right fielder, I believe, is Dewey Evans, and it is. So Dwight Evans is a 1 in right field, so he won't be making an error. Makes the catch. 1 down. Oh. Roy White now. It's a 2-1. That's a strikeout of 13 against a lefty, and nope, not even close. Roy White doesn't strike out very much. 2-5, and that's fly ball left. Jim Rice is there. 2 down. And here's the MVP, the Walrus. 76 MVP, Thurman Munson. 4-6, strikeout. 12, no way, not close. Thurman doesn't strike out very much, puts the ball in play. 3-1, and that is a ground ball up the middle and through into center field for a base hit for Thurman Munson. Thurman Munson's going to try to get a lead, and he does on that 3, unless Bill Lee is, Bill Lee's a -2 on the attempt, so no, he does not get the lead. Thurman Munson's going to stay at first, and it's Chris Chambliss. It's a 6-4, and that's a range play, so that's going to be an advantage for Chambliss. 4-1, and a range play to first base. And that's Yastrzemski playing first. Yastrzemski's range is a 3. Range check, and he makes a great play and beats Chambliss to the bag, and that retires the side. Top of the 6th. Rick Miller leading it off. It's Miller, Denny Doyle, Fred Lynn, 3-0. Yankees in the Bronx, in the Bronx. 3-4, hit by pitch. That's a -5. Won't be. Rick Miller's card. So 1-6. That's a star line 3, ground ball, second base. Alomar throws him out. Next is Denny Doyle. Denny Doyle's 0 for 2, flat out and grounded out. And that's a 3-3. That's a potential throwing error. Let's see if there's a throw here. It's another 3-3, and there's a potential throwing error. That's a 20. It won't be. Chicken Stanley fires across the diamond, and gets Denny Doyle by half a step. Nice play. Showing off the cannon. Fred Stanley now. Ed Figueroa against Fred Stanley, 2 outs, top of the 6th, 3-0 Yankees. 3-1, that's a potential K. That's a 6 against a righty. Strike 3, and that retires the side. Lou Piniella. And he does 25, he does 32, it should be good. 4-2, and that's a tired single, so we're going to roll off Pinella's card. Nobody's tired just yet. 6-1, star line, ground ball to short. Burleson throws out Piniella, 1 down. 2 for 2, Greg Nettles homered and singled. That's a 4-4, and that's going to be a single base hit up the middle into center field. That's Greg Nettles' 3rd hit of the game. Next is Otto Velez with 1 out. 4-3, and that's going to be a potential home run against a lefty. But Otto Velez is a righty, so that's going to be off Velez's card. 1-3, and that's a ground ball to short. Otto Velez is almost automatic, and it's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Side retired. Carlton Fisk leading off the top of the 7th. 3-0 Yankees. 4-2, that's a potential K, and 11 won't do it. And it's a 1-3, and that's going to be a pop-up to left field, left center field, over his Rivers. White calls him off, makes the catch. Mick the Quick is back in center field. Carl Yastrzemski with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. 2-4 range play. We're going to look off Yastrzemski's card to see what that becomes. It's a 5-2, and that's going to be a star line third base range, and oh, nice diving stop by Nettles. Throws off his knees, and Yastrzemski's out at first. Great play by Craig Nettles. 5-3 for out number 2. Dwight Evans. And that is, I got Reynolds on here. He just came on. I don't know how that happened. Philip Reynolds is talking to me. I was listening to, or I was hearing some sound effects, and all of a sudden Philip Reynolds went on, and he just popped in. All right, so Philip, welcome. He's doing boxing over there on his channel. Jim Rice. Jim Rice. That's a 1-5, and that's against a righty. That's a potential walk 13, and it won't be. So we're rolling off of Rice's card. 5-2, and that's a star line fly ball center field. Rivers on the run and chases it down. Great play by Mick the Quick in center field, showing off, flashing the leather, showing off the defense. Bill Lee against Sandy Alomar. Oh, that's going to be it for Bill Lee. We're going to have to bring in a welcome, guys. We're going to have to bring in a relief pitcher. It's going to be Reggie Cleveland. Reggie Cleveland played in this game. And we're going to pull Reggie. There he is at the top. Reggie Cleveland comes in to replace Bill Spaceman Lee. New pitcher, Cleveland is not bad, okay. And it's Sandy Alomar leading it off. It's Reggie Cleveland. And that's a 2-2 against a lefty. He's batting left, and that's going to be star line. I don't know what kind of star line. A 3. That's a ground ball shortstop. Rick Burleson up the middle, throws on the run, and gets Sandy Alomar hustling down the line. He's got some speed and showing it off. What is that all about? What just happened there? Let me go back. I don't know what I did. So Yankee Stadium crowd getting rowdy. 3-0 Yanks here in the bottom of the 7th. Fred Stanley now. 1 out. 1-3. That's a range play in the ballpark. That was exciting to be in the ballpark. 6-5, and that's a blank. That is going to be a rare play with nobody on base. And I like these rare plays. They're fairly conservative. You don't get a lot of, bird hit by batted ball type things. But that's a 66. So there's a storm. There's a period of you know what? We're going to re-roll that just because I don't play that stuff. 65. Inside pitch, possibly hits batter, resolved like a hit by pitch. So we're going to resolve like a hit by pitch. He's got a 2 hit by pitch. He's got a 3 hit by pitch. Oh, and that's hit by pitch. And Fred Stanley is not happy. He's not going to rub it, though. He trots down to first base. 1 out, 1 on. Mick the Quick. Mick the Quick's 1 for 3. 2-run home run. 2-3, that's a potential walk and a 2. Rivers doesn't walk much, and he won't walk here because it's a 3 on his card, but it's a -2 at Yankee Stadium. So we're going to roll off Rivers' card. And that's a 5-6, and that's a fly out left field. Right there is Rice for out number 2. Next is Roy White. Roy White is 0 for 3. He's batting .330. 5-4. That's a hit by pitch, +1. And unless we roll a run, nope. So we're going to roll off Roy White's card. 3-2, and that against a righty is going to be a ground ball right side and through into right field. And that is going to allow Stanley, almost for sure, is going to make it to third base. Stanley's a 2. He's a 2, but that's 2. 2 or better makes it to third. I thought so. First and third with 2 out. Oh, let me redo that because I didn't send him to third. Let me do that one more time. Base hit. Running to third. And it's Thurman Munson. Thurman Munson against Reggie Cleveland. Cleveland can go 12 batters, so I'm going to try to allow him to go as much as he can. Yanks are up 3-0. So it's Ed Figueroa pitching masterfully here against the Red Sox at Yankee Stadium, May 20th, 1976. Salvador in the house. Welcome, brother Salvador. All right, Reggie Cleveland with the pitch to Thurman Munson, 2 out. Bottom of the 7th. 2 on. That's a 3-6. That's going to be a potential walk. And a 6 turns to a 4. And that's going to be ball 4. So Munson, who rarely walks, shows patience this time around. And the bases are loaded for Chris Chambliss. Chris Chambliss is 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Chris Chambliss, 4-5. That's a potential strikeout. Strike 3. So Reggie Cleveland blows a fastball by Chris Chambliss with the bases loaded. That was an opportunity to break this game open. But it was not meant to be. We go to top of the 8th. Ed Figueroa against Dwight Evans. Evans is 0 for 2. 4-4. We're seeing a blank. We'll roll off Evans' card. And it's a 4-4 again. And that's going to be line and caught by Nettles. Oh, nice play by Nettles. Tracked that ball right off the bat into his glove. Impressive. That's why he's got a 5 as a range, which is basically the best thing. And Nettles leaps and makes the catch. Oh, my goodness. He's hot at the hot corner. So back-to-back line drives right at the third baseman. Something you don't see very often. And it's Rick Burleson with 2 outs. That's a 3-5. That's a blank. Roll off Burleson. 3-2, and that's line. Base hit center field. Burleson on. The tying run on deck. And Denny Doyle. Rick Miller, the pitch. 3-3, potential error on the throw. Will there be a throw? 6-5, no throw. That's lifted to left. In the gap, and running it down is White, and that retires the side. Lou Piniella leading it off. It's Piniella, Nettles, and Velez. 3-2, that's a blank. We roll off Lou Piniella. 6-2, and that is a ground ball, third base. Third baseman Petrocelli fires to first, 1 down. Greg Nettles next. Nettles is 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. 3-2, that's blank. We're rolling off Nettles, see what happens. And that's going to be a 2-2, and that's a ground ball hit hard at the first baseman. Yastrzemski makes the play. 2 down. Otto Velez. 6-4, that's a range play on Velez. 3-2, and that's a star line 5, which is a range play on the shortstop. It's a 4. I don't know what Burleson is, but we're going to find out. He is a Burleson is a 2, and that's by him into left field. Base hit for Otto Velez. 2-out single. And it's Sandy Alomar. 5-2, that's a potential strikeout. 11 against a righty. Won't be. Get rid of that green die. That's the range die. Represents the green on the field, in the grass. 2-6, and that's a star line 6, which is a fly out to right. Dewey Evans is there, makes the catch, and that retires the side. We go top of the 9th. All right, so we got 27. So we're going to try for a complete game for Ed Figueroa. He can go 32. He's gone 27-28. So this is Denny Doyle. 5-3 is a tired single. He's not tired yet. So we're going to roll off Doyle's card. 4-6 ground ball, second base. Alomar throws him out. One down, Freddie Lynn. 6-2, that's a potential home run against a lefty. 1-10, we roll a 20, so it will not be. And that's a 3-2, and that's line base hit. And that's going to roll to the wall. After it is Rivers gets it in, but that's a double, a one-out double for Freddie Lynn here in the top of the ninth. We got a righty and we got a lefty. And he's down to his 27, 28, 29, 30. He's down to his last two batters. Let's see what happens. Carlton Fisk. Carlton Fisk is 1 for 2. Single, walked, and flied out. Here's the pitch from Ed Figueroa. 5-4. It's an error, potential error on a grounder. And that's a 3-4, and that's a snake. That's a star line 1, which is a pop-up to left field. 2 down. It's Carl Yastrzemski. So this is his 34th batter. Actually, let me see, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. He's down to his last batter. Let's see if we can get Carl Yastrzemski for the complete game. 3-0 Yankees. 6-hitter so far for Ed Figueroa. Yastrzemski so far today is struck out, grounded into double play, and grounded out to the third baseman. 1 on, 2 out. The Red Sox are down to their last out in the top of the ninth at Yankee Stadium. You can hear the crowd. Here's the pitch. That's a 5-6, and that's a range play. Uh-oh. Off Yastrzemski's card, a range play, 65, and that's going to be a range third base. Nettles is a 5, makes a diving play again. Oh, my God. He gets up, fires to first, and that's the ball game. Greg Nettles, wow. He's showing off the leather all afternoon, and the Yankees win it by a score of 3-0. Greg Nettles preserved the complete game for Ed Figueroa. Yankees improved their season record to 21-9. And we're going to finish this up. Game over. And it's going to be Bill Spaceman Lee gets the loss. Ed Figueroa gets the win in the complete game. This game was played on Thursday, May 20th at Yankee Stadium. And we're going to save Boston. BOS. This is the first time we're using Boston. And it's going to be Fenway Park. You got to write in their home stadium in ball stat, ball score. All right, we save that. And now we're going to go to save the Yankee data. And we're going to quickly look at the box score, and I'll give you the highlights. The highlights for the Yanks is Ed Figueroa, 5-4 with a 2.17 ERA. Goes to the complete game, 6-hitter, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. And it was Greg Nettles with 3 hits, improved his batting average to 2.17. That was Nettles' 3rd home run of the season. Rivers hit his 3rd home run of the season. So Nettles is basically off to a slow start in the power domain. He's got 9 RBIs, though. And Chambliss went 1 for 4. Munson 1 for 2. He's batting .339. And that's pretty much it. This is I hope you enjoyed the broadcast of the 1976 May 20th game between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Yankees win it, improve their record to 21-9. There's 3 more games to go against the Boston Red Sox. This game was a 45-minute affair. In actuality, I'll tell you a little bit about the history of this game. Red Sox let the Yankees have it by a score of 8-2. It was in that game. It was Reggie Cleveland who came in relief and got the victory, and Ed Figueroa lost the game. But in this game, Yankees win it by a score of 3-0. Shutout for Ed Figueroa. Next game, I'll tell you who's pitching for the Yanks in the next game. It's going to be Louis Tiant against Doc Ellis. Doc Ellis picked up from Pittsburgh from the Pirates with Willie Randolph. He's going to be facing Louis Tiant, so that ought to be a great game. Thanks for stopping by. Remember, guys, that this is your home for chat tutorials, strategy, player profiles, history, news, tops, baseball cards, and much, much more. So thanks for stopping by and joining us in our replay of the 1976 Yankee baseball season using Inside Pitch. Try it out. It's a great, fun game. Take care. Have a great night. Salvador, take care. El Diante. That's correct, sir. Adios.